We are live!
Welcome to the Uncle Jimmy and Cousin Donnie show, sponsored by the Beacon Tap Signature Transportation Group in Mom and Dad Water. Cousin Donnie, dude, it's been a minute, my man.
I know. It's been a hot minute.
Happy
We
haircut,
haven't.
Cousin Donnie. Happy haircut. How have you been?
I'm doing really well, man. Thank you for asking. It's been a fun fall. We've been playing just as much softball as we do during the summer, which is fun.
Yeah.
Weather's starting to get a little colder, so the fall seasons are coming to an end. But fall ball's been a good time to play with some different people. I think that's a cool thing about playing fall is playing with a different group. But yeah, things have been really good. How about yourself?
Same thing. I've been playing. We finished the fall ball season in Berwyn on Wednesday nights. That was a lot of fun. Got to play with some of the neighborhood guys we used to hang out with in our, I guess you want to say early 30s and late 20s before the married days and so on. So it's, I believe we split the final night. So we did not finish first place in the Berwyn League, but we still had a fun time. Our boy, Ryan Russ, as we'll talk about a little bit later tonight in our show. Timmy Kornikowski, myself, Mickey Balestri, Al Rice.
Sounds like a hell of a group of guys for that team.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. Jack Doss, Andrew Doss. So Scott Ordecki played a couple games with us. Scotty Toothprick played a couple games with us.
Toothprick.
Yeah. So it was a really fun team. Uncle Dave Bradle. So it was a good time in Berwyn. We always have a lot of fun out there. And the way they run that league, I think, is just great. You go out there, you play doubleheaders, and it's 5 weeks, and you're done.
Yep. Before it gets really cold, you're not getting beat up out there. You're playing. How many teams do they have in that league this year?
They had, I believe, 6.
Okay, so
that's what they do every year. They do 6. Right. This year, you didn't have to switch fields. You played the same team twice in the night, which was really cool. So that worked out. You just played a doubleheader against the same team, and you didn't have to move fields. So, it's usually pretty competitive for a fall ball league, and, they do a pretty good job of running it. And honestly, the fields were probably in better shape than they were for the North-South. Joe
does a nice job of keeping those fields up. Joe Belcaster over at Genera Park, and he has a good staff that kind of gets on those fields early in the day. I give a lot of props to Joe. He always runs a good operation at Genera Park. So, that's great.
Let me throw a shout out to the Builders Tea Club. Next Tuesday, Don, will be the last week of golf for the Builders Tea Club.
Yep.
So we went through 26 weeks of straight golf, 80 plus guys every week. So next week is the final week of the championship, and then we have a dinner afterwards. So just want to throw a shout out to the Builders Tea Club that's been around for over 100 years.
Oh, that's cool. That's a huge group of guys that get out and play.
Yeah, every Tuesday. So if anyone's interested ever in joining the club, want to play golf on Tuesdays, you got a ton of firemen, ton of cops, ton of business owners, ton of, basically just union workers. There's all sorts of different people.
It's a good spot to connect and meet some cool people that like to golf on Tuesdays.
Yeah, it's a great networking opportunity for those out there that are in the business world. So, but on to you, Donnie. What do you have on the agenda tonight?
Well, we have a pretty fun show for you guys. We haven't been live in a few weeks. We'll have a guest for you guys next week. Tonight it's just going to be us two talking about the game and talking about a couple things, some updates for you guys that want to play during the winter, of what's going on during the winter with potential opportunities there. We always have Rumor Mill on deck for you guys as those free agents kind of dwindle down to the last couple. It looks like everybody's kind of, caught up to speed and has pretty much their full team heading into the winter. Unfortunately, no winter dome this year in Rosemont. Frank he put out an update that it looks like he's going to have a spring dome around March that they will eventually get teams out there to play. So no winter dome in Rosemont, but there's opportunity, and we'll talk about that as we kind of get into a potential Shorewood visit to see the GoPro Sports Dome. But before we get into that, Jim, we'll talk about Hall of Fame. Big week.
Yeah, so
Saturday.
As you pull up the details,
Yep.
And I know we're going to go through the inductees tonight. Want to say, Paul Rowan, obviously we appreciate what he does. I have not seen, I know we Donnie, we actually purchased an ad in the Hall of Fame book, but I have not seen anything back from, I'll have to connect with Chris Downs. I have not seen anything from Chris Downs. So I have to connect with him in regards to what the ad even looks like, what it is that they're going to charge us. I have not heard anything, but want to say congratulations to the Hall of Fame and what they do. They put on a really good show. I know some of the Iowa guys are coming down for it, which is really cool because I know there's some new people from Iowa getting inducted as well.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Donnie, you and I are going to have to miss this year's Hall of Fame. I know we were kind of bummed about that. We attended. We still plan on attending the Iowa one that Jake Reynolds will run this year.
Yep.
But unfortunately, this Saturday I have, Papa Magoo's with the wrestling show and everything that's going on with that, and then also you have a work event on your end.
So. Yep, sure do. But that's all right. We definitely support the guys that are getting in and the women that are getting in. Those out-of-state guys, the managers, even the Wall of Fame guys, they have tons of support from us. And, they're going to get some publicity tonight on the show to show the different awards that people are winning, which is great. But, yeah, bummed that I can't be there. But at the end of the day, the guys know, we talk about those guys a lot. So no hatred at all. Just had some unfortunate scheduling happen. But happy to talk about them on the show today.
Yeah, so why don't we get into the first reward or first person did in this weekend Hall of Fame.
So we've got the 29th annual Chicago 16-inch Softball Hall of Fame, Saturday, October 25th. It's in Oak Brook Terrace at Drury Lane is where it is every year. They have the inductees. So Mr. Richie Kazmarski's getting in. Jimmy Jr. McCarthy's getting in. Sharif Walker on the players' men's side. And then we have the players' women's side. Shelly Pika, Jackie Darty Reed, Shirley Wilborn. And then the Veterans Committee is Bob Durst. Out-of-state guys, your guy, Cracky, Kirk Kuhn, is getting in from Iowa. And Brad Van Meter, who we've also had on our show before. So two great figures out of Iowa. And then manager, Mr. John Doss, is getting into the Hall of Fame as a manager. And then Bob Harrich, the organizer, getting into the Hall of Fame. That is the inductees for this year. We've got some honorees for the Wall of Fame. Steve Culp, William Red Davis, Mark Manizzi, Coach Mark Manizzi, Andrew Chin Page, Randy Braden, and Willie Chip Holmes. Those are the honorees for the Wall of Fame. So another great group of dedicated individuals getting into on that Wall of Fame. And then the three award winners, we've got the Frank Holen Award. This is actually a really cool moment for this family. The Frank Holen Award winner is Tom Lentine, and the Presidential Service Award winner is his father, Frank Lentine, and then Richard Daley Award, Robbie Harris. So two Lentines being honored on the night as well for their dedication to the game as deserved, and then Robbie Harris with the Richard J. Daley Award. So those are your inductees, Wall of Fame, and award winners for Saturday. Congrats to those guys.
Yeah, I want to first say congratulations to all everyone get inducted into the Hall of Fame this weekend. But I do want to point out, Donnie.
What you got?
We had every single player that was inducted into the Hall of Fame on our show at one point.
We did.
I believe we did a panel with them.
We did.
Around this time last year with Cracky, Van Meter.
Yeah. Sharif was on there.
Sharif, Richie Kaz.
And Junior McCarthy, yeah.
McCarthy. We also have had, I believe we've had Tommy Lentine Sr. too at one point.
I feel like we've had every member of that family.
Junior.
Except for Chris.
What's up, Michael? What's going on, my man? Welcome to the Uncle Jimmy. I heard congratulations on the Resmondo winning the third consecutive major national for 12-inch. So congratulations to our boys from Resmondo. Donnie, they're definitely a little close to our heart, Resmondo.
For sure. They won the men's AA World Championship in that's at Space Coast, which is unbelievable. Unlimited home runs. The final score was like 55-50. I mean, it's truly insane what goes on watching those games. I was watching a lot of the stuff online, and it was like homers on repeat.
Well, I don't know if Mike has joined the show because Donnie, he wanted to share the news that he's going to give Uncle Jimmy a back contract this year for 16-inch softball. And we're going to promote the 16-inch softball One Nation. Okay.
There you go.
So who's better than to have the baby face?
Me?
That was worth it, right? It was worth the shot. So
yeah.
But
That's cool.
no. Getting back to the Hall of Fame, with the inductees, I want to say I have actually played against 4 people that are getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. Man, does that make me feel old?
Yeah, I was going to say, if that makes you both a good player and old, Jim.
Yeah. So very old, which is crazy to say. But we did have the Vegas, the Las Vegas tournament this past weekend. Congratulations to Remix on winning the Las Vegas. I heard it was the 10th annual SSA Las Vegas tournament ran by Ronnie. Ronnie does a pretty good job with that out there in Las Vegas. I believe they had 8 teams, which is pretty solid for out there. They had a couple teams from Oregon. Cool. I believe they had a team from California, team from Arizona, I believe. So they had a couple Chicago teams. I believe they had a team even from Las Vegas, which is really cool. So congratulations to Ronnie with that as well. I want to say hello to our boy Steve Burke, Randy Nelson, our boy Drew Ladick, Joe Nixon, welcome to the feed. Marty Dozen, Michael James, welcome to the Uncle Jimmy Cousin Donnie show. We are definitely going to be going through a ton of stuff tonight. So you jumped on early enough to hear who the top 10 left fielders are in 16-inch softball. Also, Donnie, we want to talk a little bit about what we want to ask our viewers if there's any questions currently on their mind for this upcoming year and what's going on. So I want to say hello to them as well. So put it in your chat, guys. Put it in the comments. Anything you want to ask Uncle Jimmy and Cousin Donnie during tonight's show, we'll definitely get it answered. So, Donnie, you want to talk a little bit about the Dome? You mentioned that earlier and what we're going to do for the winter. And people have been kind of reaching out to me via text or just on Facebook about the GoPro Dome and what we can do. So I know that people want to play softball. I do have some openings, which is nice. So I can, for those people out there, if we were to like to run an 8-team league, we can run a league Monday through Thursday. You'll play double headers every night, 9 and 10 o'clock or 9:15 and 10:15, and you'll be done. So, I mean, that's the option that we have out there. We can run that league Monday through Thursday. We are looking for 8 teams. I was going
to ask you how many you need 8 teams to make this happen. Double headers Monday through Thursday. Yeah.
Minimum of 8 teams. I would like where, if you had 8 teams, you play a double header every single time you come. You would play the team that you're playing twice, and you run it over the course of maybe 7 weeks. And you'd play 14 games, and then the top 6 would make the playoffs. So, I got to get the interest first. I mean, more than likely, with 14 games based on umpires and obviously having to buy balls and other things like that, you're probably looking at about $1,000 to $1,200 to get into the league, just because you have to have some type of entry fee, and then also have to be able to pay to umpires and balls and things like that over the course of the year. So,
In the
I
space.
also could do it where we could keep the entry fee down, and all we're paying for is the balls and the space, and each team can bring $25, which would be $50 every night, to pay the umpire for 2 games.
Okay.
And they would split that. So that's the other option with it. And then now they don't have to come up with all that money up front in order to get in the league. It might only cost them maybe $600 to get in the league, and then over the course of the year, you would pay the $50 a night to play. So that's another option, another way we can go about it. So
We
go ahead.
we just had a comment come in from JP that says, could you do 3 teams a night with doubleheaders at 8, 9, and 10, so you aren't playing the same team twice?
So with that, you cannot play at 8 o'clock. So the dome is actually booked till 9. So I was figuring
till 9. So you'd have to do 9, 10, and 11.
We'd have to do 9:15 for that first game.
Yeah.
All games are going to be 1-on-1 count. So we're not an hour on the time. But I would also think if 3 teams, because then one team would drive out there to play one game. I don't know if they would like that.
Sure.
But then again,
that makes sense.
I mean, tactic. I guess. Well, no, I guess you could probably have it where each team would play 2 games. One plays 3, one plays 2, right?
2 plays 3,
and then 2 plays 3, and then everyone plays each other.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Twice. So I mean, JP is right. You could do something like that. I wouldn't mind to do that. I just don't know how many people are going to want to be out there on a Tuesday night at 11 o'clock playing softball. I mean, they do it in the Rosemont Dome, but unfortunately, people they're okay with doing it in Rosemont. They're not okay with doing it in Shorewood. So for some of those people. So that being said, that option is out there, guys. So if you're watching this show and you're interested, and we want to get maybe 8 teams in a league, we could start that league as early as next month. So we can start it tomorrow if we wanted to. So just comes down to what we want to do. If for some reason, Donnie, we get 8 teams over the next 2 weeks and we want to do the league, I have no problem with it. I do exactly what JP said, do 9, 10, and 11, do 3 games a night and be done. Now
that you can hear me okay?
You're okay.
Okay. Now that, the Rosemont Dome isn't available for the winter, what a great opportunity for you to open up, and have some availability for the teams to come in and play. So appreciate that. There's going to be a draft tournament that you're thinking about doing on December 12th. And the first one is going to be co-ed on December 12th. And you will do a draft-style tournament, so all the names that enter will be posted and then taken at random for each team. And then December 19th, we'll do the same idea, but for a men's-style tournament, just like we did last year, which I will say was a blast. I loved the draft-style tournament. The teams were fun. Hanging out with different guys, being at the bar with a different group of guys was really cool. I think both of those tournaments are great opportunities to get out and play and be a part of knocking some rust off from the winter, and then hanging out with some different people. So Jim, December 12th for co-ed, December 19th. You said those lists might go live tomorrow.
Yes. So the December 12th tournament will be 8 teams for co-ed. If we get more, I'll see if it works. I know last time they stayed out there till 5, 6 in the morning. I'm going to try to stay away from that.
Oh, that was an overnight tournament though, right?
Right.
So that was expected.
It was expected, but if we get 8 teams co-ed, we could do a 2-game guarantee type thing and be done with it, right? So last time we did that for the men's, I believe we finished by 2:30. I think 2:30, 3 o'clock, which was perfect, and every team out there played two games.
2 games. Yeah.
So that was really cool. So for the draft tournament, so that's for the men's, that's for the co-ed. I mean, on the 12th, games would start at 7 p.m. and then they would run throughout the whole night. It'd be 1-on-1 count. They're gonna play 16-inch though, not the mush ball 4.
Right.
Just because of the lights and the dome and some of the other things that it's just a little easier to play 16-inch in the dome. So that's what we'll do for the co-ed. So if you're interested in playing in that co-ed tournament, please reach out to me. I'm assuming our boy Chris Harrison, I'm sure he'll be reaching out to me very soon. I'm sure a couple others, will also be reaching out that I know of already. So I don't see a problem with filling that. On the 19th, we're going to call it the Christmas Bash. The tournament that we run on the 19th is going to be a toy drive. So what we're going to do is, yes, you'll have to pay, an entry fee to put your name in the tournament. Okay. That money will cover the balls, the umpires, and the fee for the actual field. And then every player I'm going to try for the Christmas. I'm going to get a hold of the local pantry in Shorewood, and I would want every player to bring like a $5 to $10 toy that we can donate. And so we'll fill a couple baskets with toys, and that night we'll take it out and we'll donate it to the local pantry. I'll try to get somebody there from local Shorewood. With Christmas being right around the corner, and maybe we can make some of the kids that are not basically wealthy, right?
Sure.
Kids that have, are on the low income.
Yeah.
Make their Christmas happy with getting them some toys and certain things. So
great.
I could bring a toy, that's up to them. And I think that'll be a really cool way for our softball community to give back to the village of Shorewood. The community out there where I'm around. And so we'll hopefully have somebody in attendance that night when I look into it this week to come and collect the toys that night that we raise. So hopefully, like last year, Donnie, do you remember the number of people that we had? I think we got over 65, didn't we?
For the men's tournament, for the draw tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had, what do we have, 6 teams?
Mm-hmm.
At like 11 guys a team, so at least 65. Yeah, 60 to 65 guys easy.
Yep. So we know with 6 teams it works. The goal will try to get 8 teams, but we know for sure with 6 teams it works because every team last year played 2 games.
Yep.
So that was really cool. So that'll be the plan for December 19th. For those just jumping on, I see that Danny Greif, Chad, Joe Mazza, there's some umpires in the thing there. Tony Valdez will be on the show later tonight, so we will be bringing him up.
I love that some of the umpires are jumping in. Hey, if you guys want to volunteer to come out and ump a few games, make a couple bucks, I'm sure that Jimmy would love to have you there.
Mark, I know Hall of Famers joining. Yep, Chooch is on. Some of the Hall of Famers joining the feed, so welcome, guys. We definitely appreciate you guys joining the Uncle Jimmy Cousin Donnie show. Sponsored by the Beacon Tap, which, Donnie, I heard you were at the Beacon Tap just recently.
I've been there twice. And both times I asked for Mr. Tommy Reamer, and neither time he was there.
That's okay. Our signature transportation group with Kevin Duff. Our boy Kevin, I actually owe Kevin a call back. I know he said they're 100% in to sponsor us for the 26th season, so thank you.
Cool.
Beacon Tap also said that they're going to be sponsoring us for next year, so thank you. Mom and Dad Water, I have not spoke with them yet, but I believe they will return as one of our sponsors for 2026. So if anyone's out there that's interested in sponsoring our show for next year, Donnie, you and I know we have some pretty cool ideas of what we want to do for next year, possibly with an in-studio microphone, legit podcast system. We want to do that where we can actually have live, interviews and certain things as well, which I think will be pretty cool. Our boy Richie Battistoni just joined the show. He says umpires ? Where? So Richie wants to start his own umpiring school.
Does he?
Richie's the best umpire in softball. You just got to ask him. He'll tell you.
Richie, who's your first umpire school candidate? I want to know who you think. Who's your favorite umpire? Who's Richie's favorite umpire?
I would say Joe Mazza.
I think Joe is one of my favorites too. Joe Mons is awesome. He cares. He gets out there. He talks. He has a good strike zone. I like Oscar. I think Oscar does a nice job.
I used to like Oscar.
It'll be interesting to see who attends Richie Battistoni's school for umpires. That's for sure.
I agree with that. But what do you think about the tournament? What do you think about the co-ed and the draft tournament? People had a fantastic time last year, but do you think we get more than 65 people?
Yeah, great. I think people have enough time notice now. I think last year we did it with like a month or like 3 weeks spare. Now we're putting the word out 2 months in advance. So they have enough time to. Here we go. Joe Monza says, "Great show. Mike Lewis is the best, hands down. Mike is a great umpire. He cares a lot, and he'll put you on his Snapchat story after the game's over."
We see him all the time.
Yeah, great idea in the tournament, Jim. The opportunity to get out and play and be at the Dome, which is a really cool place to play softball, and then have the availability to have it for co-ed, and then for the men's the following week, just to try and get as many people out there to play. Just kind of use the space that you're providing, because it is a really nice place to play. The bar is fine. Bar's a good time. Food's good. You have Al Rice back there cooking it up, which some may not want to eat there because of that. But then some people enjoy it. So you got Battistoni and Al Rice on the burners. So I don't know if that makes people want to eat there or not. But great slots.
They're both very good at what they do. I don't get many.
What's the biggest complaint that you've gotten about the bar so far? The most common complaint.
Honestly, I haven't had a complaint in a long time. The most recent one that comes to mind is that lady complained about having a Coke in a Pepsi glass.
That's hilarious. Some people are wild for that. Like, the stuff you complain about is insane. Who cares?
One of the other, last year complaints I don't even look at anymore because we were so new to the game that it was, a lot of our people were new. Obviously, turnaround times in the beginning of last year were, but those issues have long been gone for the last 6 months. Honestly, since February, since March of last year, those issues have been gone. I mean, our staff has been trained. I know we had 200 and something, almost 250 people there Friday night for dueling pianos. A bunch of softball guys came out. Will Russ was out there. PJ Raines was out there.
Cool.
Josh Stravinsky was out there. Uncle Dave was out there. Bradle. So we had a bunch of softball guys that came for the show, and I thought it was our turnaround times were under 25 minutes with 250 people in the room. So you really can't beat that. So
really quick, Luke Gimler asked when is the co-ed scheduled for? Luke, that'll be scheduled for December 12th. So keep an eye out for that list. JP said the slots are too cold at Papa Magoo's. Keep on playing them. Good luck.
Hey,
but there you go.
They got to turn at some point.
Hey, yeah, they do. But yeah, so there's the information about the Dome Draft Tournament and Dome League.
I really do. I also really hope that for the league we actually get 8 teams. I'd like to see us put a league together. I think it'll be, and we can run that league all the way until when Rosemont starts
in March.
We don't have, we could take during Christmas through New Year's off. No one's going to want to play those weeks anyways. And then, bring it back second week of January. So, and run that all the way through end of March. So, I mean, the possibilities are there. if you know you're driving out there to play 2 games, I think it's worth it.
I agree.
So,
I'll drive there for 2 games for sure.
Matt Menizzi says we haven't gotten a Staples update in a while. Can we get one for the next show? So,
How's my guy Staples?
You know what? Staples was supposed to have a tournament on the South Side again on the 4th. It got canceled. So I don't know I think Staples crawled in his hole, and he's been hiding.
He's in hibernation.
He's at the pizza place on 79th in Harlem. Little Frankie's, isn't it? Little Frankie's.
Frankie's, yeah.
So I think he's hiding in the kitchen there, because I have not seen or heard from Mr. Staples, but he is still the main man when it comes to our show. So hopefully Staples is out there. Hopefully, Staples, we can get you on the show. I know the fans have been asking about you, my man.
The many fans that look forward to a Staples sighting. What's up, Travis? Good to see you. We played the city versus suburb game a couple weeks ago, which was a good time. CC put together a team. Nate and I put together a team.
I could not make that day. I know I tried, but you guys played so damn early. I was driving back from Michigan. Yeah,
we played over at Melrose Park. It was a good time. The first game we hit the ball really well. The second game was way closer, but it was a good time to get out there and play. Against the CC put together a great team, and they
Who umpired?
Mike Lewis.
Okay.
Mr. Official. He was fine.
Yeah.
Mr. Official was out there. But yeah, so moving on, if you want to move forward now, Jim, we have a new segment that we're going to do in the show where, we were talking about making a list of some of the major players. Now, this list doesn't mean that these guys are automatically considered major, but
no, it does.
In our opinion, the best of the best in the position. So a lot of these guys will come from major teams.
It totally means that they're a major player, Donnie.
Okay.
And it totally means they're not allowed to play in parks, and they're not allowed to play anywhere. They're 100% a major player because we said they are.
Fair. Okay. These are the top. So we're going to go every show now. We're going to do a top 10 list. Start with left fielders today, and we're going to go around the horn. We're going to go around the field. And these on my list, at least, Jim. I don't know if your list is different, but my list is not in any particular order. I just have who I think are the premium left fielders in the game. CC, what's up, man? He says good games. Definitely 2 really good, fun games. So, Jim, how do you want to do this? I have my list of 10. I have 2 honorable mentions as well that are, if we're doing a top 12, they'd be in there. But how do you want to do this?
I will start at number 11 for me.
Did you order them?
I do have an honorable mention. My honorable mention is Zach Caputo. The reason why I put Zach from Stover, the reason why I put him 11 is because he does not play without a glove.
Correct.
He might be top 3 on this list with a glove, but without a glove, he is my number 11.
Yeah, really quick, I'll tell you my honorable mentions. I have Zach Coppola just because he doesn't play without a glove, and I think he's that good. It would be interesting to see what he did without a glove, in big tournaments. I think it would be fun to watch him because he's super, super talented. And the next guy I have honorable mention, and I have to say this because the team he's on no longer plays. Jake Caballero, who played for Meatball City last year, so now is no longer with a team, and it looks like he might just take the year off. Not super interested in playing softball. Jake Caballero is a stud defensive left fielder.
Yeah, so my number 10 is Brian Sherwin.
Okay.
I'll name 2 and then I'll go back to you, okay?
Okay.
My number 9 is Tyler Atkins from Iron.
Okay. Now these aren't. I didn't do mine in order. Are you doing yours top to bottom or no?
I just listed guys
okay.
that are listed.
All right. I have Brady Fisher from Chucks, and then I put Anthony Sanchez on the list for top 10.
Okay. So my next 2 are Morris Greco from March, which is now from Fat Kids.
Correct.
And number, which would be 7 for me, would be Anthony Sanchez, which is from obviously the 45s.
Yep. Next 2 on my list, I have Jazz from High Y, and then I have Curtis Ostrom.
Okay. I also have Jazz, and I have G Unit, as I call G Unit. They call him G5, but G Unit comes in at number 5 on the.
I've never heard of that. I've never heard that nickname before. That's funny.
I call him G Unit all the time.
G5 is the man. G5 is as good as it gets out there. I have Brian Sherwin on my list as well, and then Mr. Tyler Atkins right after that.
Yep. So until he got married, I had Brady Fisher on the list. Now that he's married, I had to take him off the list.
Fair.
So, unfortunately, his time is now distracted by his wonderful wife. And so now he is no longer going to be on the top 10 for Uncle Jimmy list. But
that's okay.
I move into the top 4. And for me, I did rank these top 4 players.
Okay. That's cool.
Okay. And so, and I will tell the reason why I ranked them where I ranked them. I put I call him Curtis Jackson III. Curtis Ostrom, as we all know. But when I played with Kurt, he was a guy who was full motor 100% of the time.
He's still like that.
100%. I know when I played with them, he was 100% committed. I mean, he was 95% attendance at all times. And I put him technically at number 3 on my list. And I have Chippy at number 4. But the reason why Chippy was 4, obviously attendance, but Chippy can do it all. He could be the best player on the field at any given moment. If he cares, could be the best player in softball. It just depends on the mood that Chippy's in that day. As we all know, he likes to have a lot of fun, which I enjoy. I love when Chippy's having fun, especially when we're playing tournaments and so on around him. I played many years with Chippy on the same team. So when he is dedicated and he's showing up and he is playing well, there's no one better to have on your team. But, the thing is, obviously Chippy's now a fireman, so his schedule is not necessarily always there. So that's why I have him a little bit down on my list. Who do you have?
I have Chippy in my center fielders list because that's what I saw him play last year with Circus when he was there. Right. Chippy for me is a center fielder now, so I will put him with my group of center fielders, and that leaves me. I really like James Hobson from Pharaohs. They call him Little Woo. I think he's a terrific athlete, very, very good player. And then I have G5. G5 is my guy. G5 I think is elite defensively. And then I have I'll just give you the rest of them. I've got Little B in there as well. I see him as a left fielder with BTA, and since I've been playing, Little B's been in left field. And then finally, Mr. Ryan Russ. So
so my top 2 is what you just said. I have Little B at number 2 and Ryan Russ at number 1. I have Little B at 2. I think Little B can be number 1, obviously, but I have Little B at 2 because his commitment, his attitude.
Sure.
I just don't know what Little B I'm getting.
Sure.
If I'm getting a dedicated Little B and I'm getting someone who's going to be there 20 or 100% of the time, he's going to be all in.
Yeah.
He's the best, right?
Yeah.
If he's not there, and depending on what mood he's in, in my opinion, that's why I can't put him 1.
Sure.
I'm looking forward to being a teammate of his this year. From what I've been hearing, he is joining the 45s. So it should be an interesting year. I will, probably have more to comment on Little B probably halfway through the year, because hopefully we get the motivated Little B that's going to show up and be a part of a team. So, and then my number 1 is Ryan Russ. Ryan Russ, in my opinion, I think defensively, I think he's the best.
Elite. Yep.
Now, I wouldn't say elite. I'd say the best defensively. He gets the best jumps on balls. He has a pretty. I wouldn't say he has a super strong arm, but he's definitely above average arm. He is becoming a much better hitter.
Yes, he is.
Over the last several years, the one thing I've always noticed about Ryan, he always gets the big hits when Flash needs them. He could be 0 for 3 in the game, and he'll still get that hit in the 6th or 7th inning for that team, to propel them to victory. And I think as Ryan continues to get older, he's only going to get better as a hitter. Of course, he might lose a step with the legs as you get older, but at the same time, he's still pretty young. I mean, he's in his, I would say, late 20s, 26, 27 years old. He's somewhere in there, I believe. Is that right?
Say that again. Is that Ryan? You're talking about? I think Ryan's 30.
He's close to it. I would say I said late 20s. I think he's probably late 20s.
I think he's a year older than I am. So.
Okay. So
Whatever.
Either way, he's still pretty young. He's only going to get better as a hitter, and that's why I put him number 1. And he's 100% committed. He's
never misses a game.
Huh?
He never misses a game.
No, never misses a game.
He always has a ride to the games.
Yeah.
He goes in a car with his dad and brother, which is convenient. Ryan is as good as it gets, man. I mean, gets great jumps. I mean, he's the type of guy that you don't hit it to. You try to avoid hitting it to left field because he's that good. Angelo Felicia. Well, I think Brandon's also a left fielder or a center fielder. Excuse me. So we'll do center fielders in a different show. We're kind of going around today. We're starting in left. I know you guys have got Scotty Gates, who can be there in a couple of years as well. Right now, I think this top 10 is elite, don't hit it to kind of guys. So, Ryan is at the pinnacle of that.
So just so we go through the list again. I have Ryan Russ at number 1. I have Little B at number 2. Curtis Jackson III. Curtis Ostrom from Hex number 3. Chippy number 4. My boy G Unit number 5. Jazz number 6. Brady Fisher and Zach number 7. Anthony Sanchez number 8. Tyler Atkins number 9. Brian Sherwin number 10. And Morris Greco number 11. So they are, Donnie, the first 11 that adds to the major list of softball players that we will have. So, in my opinion, if you're not on that list, you're not considered a major left fielder for a major list.
Yes,
you got to cut it off somewhere.
Yes and no. I would say that you've got a couple more guys that would be considered major, just below the surface of the guys that we named.
Like
trying to think of some guys off the top of my head, but
exactly.
Okay.
What about the kid from 3038? He normally plays center though, right?
No, you're talking about Mark?
Yeah.
I mean, Mark's damn good. I would say Mark is probably major as well.
I would add Mark. He'd be my number 12. And that's just for left field. We still got center field. We still got right field, right? So for left field, you got to make the cutoff somewhere. So if we start with our major players, the major players in those 12 in that position, those 12 guys, if you're not on that list, you'd be considered.
I had a couple different ones from you as well, like Little Woo from Pharaohs. I'd say is major. He's a beast, man.
Yeah, I could see him. That's okay. I'll give you that one, Little Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Right, who else?
I had Jake Caballero on there too. He's probably fringe major with how good defensively he has. Played major ball and been in Oakland the last couple of years.
I would say maybe in another year or two, 100%. But for right now, I don't think he cracks that 13 list.
Defensively, he's damn good. But yeah.
But remember, other
than that.
Yeah, so I would say those 13 guys with adding Little Woo and Mark, those 13 guys would be the first 13 guys that we add to our major player list. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're really close. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
If there's anybody that that you guys think we missed in the comments. If you think somebody's really, really good that we missed that should be considered major, always open for negotiation and talk about it for sure.
Yep.
We want to leave it open to you guys too. This isn't a set in stone major list, by the way, that's getting
No, it's
printed.
100%. It 100% is set in stone major list, Donnie. Stop trying to be nice.
Okay, this is a not set in stone list. If you guys want to share your opinion on anybody,
No,
who is the left fielder for Goodwood? I want to know. Oh, Ricky Davis too. Ricky Davis, 100% major left fielder. Definitely Ricky Davis. Forgot about him. Who is the left fielder for Goodwood? I want to know his name. Hooch, if you could tell me, because we were talking about this before the show. I asked you who played.
I would say Ricky Davis, with time spent at the major level and what he's done so far in his career, I would
100%.
say he would be in. So that's a good call.
Yeah, Ricky probably.
He doesn't crack the top 10.
Sure.
For what we started with, but now that we're adding a couple guys, I would say definitely Ricky Davis added to the major list for sure.
Yep. Jeff feels
that you are no longer Papa Hops eligible. You now are considered a major player.
Dave Navarro. Jeff put Dave Navarro. Dave's our center fielder, so he'll be grouped in with the center field group that we'll do on a different show. Hooch, I don't know if you saw, but we're going to kind of go around the horn and talk about each position in each show that we're doing.
Yep. Yeah, Hooch. Just worry about your One Nation shit, okay? Let us run our show, all right, buddy?
I want to know who's that. I want to know who he's talking about with that. We're going to have Hooch on eventually to talk about the One Nation stuff for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. There's that left fielder list. Next.
So Donnie, what do you think of that list? Do you think, with the exception of, if I can honestly say, with the exception of probably two guys on that list, everyone on that list is pretty much 95% of the games.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah.
So what does that tell you about our opening list here?
Sounds like we know what we're talking about.
No, I'm just saying commitment, right? That we always talk about commitment on the show.
Oh, so, sure.
With the exception of a couple guys because of their work schedules, I would say everyone else on this list is pretty committed about showing up. And they're there.
Sure.
90% plus. So What does that tell you? You got to show up to play and be good. So just want to throw that out there. But all right, Donnie, let's move on. I think the next segment is
rumor mill.
Ask Uncle Jim a question. Uh-oh. What do you got for me, buddy?
Okay, so this was a segment that you brought to my attention 10 seconds before we went live and said, this is a new segment I have called Ask Uncle Jim.
That's right. Because you know why we did this, right?
Why?
Because 2 weeks ago you said, at the end of the year, we're going to have the
awards. That's a secret. That's a secret show. We can't spoil that yet.
We're going to be handing out cash on the show.
Yeah. Follow this up with an all bald team versus an all hair team. Ooh, that's good. That's really good. So an all bald team. Wow, I could think of some guys. Brian Haas jumps off the page. Anyway, my question for you today, and this is, I just thought of this right now. In prison, last meal before the electric chair, James Moretti, what is your final meal?
Ooh, I am going to have a chicken limon.
Wrong answer. It was Richie Battistoni's Big Mama's meatballs.
No chance. They are excellent though, but
no chance.
Freddy's, I'm telling you,
Freddy's good.
Okay, in Cicero, I would go with their lemon chicken and the pasta with peas. That would have to be my last. Have to be my last meal. But Richie's meatballs are incredible, and you talk about earlier in the show about negative things about Papa Magoo's that I hear the most. One of the biggest things, and he'll tell you this, that we hear the most, is people are amazed at how good our meatballs are and our pasta bowl is. People come to the bar and they do not expect that meal that we serve them with the 3 meatballs and the pasta and the sauce. And hey, give it credit to Richie. He does a pretty good job with it. And people, I mean, dude, now we're getting we are literally getting take to go orders, people calling us, coming pick up pasta and meatballs and leaving. So it is blowing up catering. So, it takes time to build a business, but the meatballs are definitely popping. So that's a good thing. So the next time we're out there, I would order some meatballs and tell them what you think, Cousin Donnie.
Definitely. I have never been inclined to, or I've had a sample of the meatballs from there before, but I've never had the full meal. I like that people are putting their last dance meals on there. Mark Manizzi said Freddy's meatball sub, Matt Manizzi's Punky's pot roast sandwich, Greg P. Gump, Rumor Mill, F-Town making an appearance for some no glove tournament in Chicago. Not a meal, but great update. Thank you for that, Greg P. Um, John Paul Scourin, how did the dinner for the Mastaris go, Jimmy?
Yeah, I just saw that comment come through. So for those out there that don't know what he's talking about, the weekend of nationals, I made a bet with Mastari's dad, or just we were talking about it was more of a joke, and he came out, and I had made him steak and lobster with asparagus in the bar.
Okay.
And I put his table on the stage, and it was quite interesting. It was pretty. It was for Frank. So Frank and I have a pretty funny relationship. We bust each other's balls a lot. We have a good time, and it was more of a ball busting moment. But I'll tell you this: he really enjoyed the meal. Unfortunately, we made lobster for him and his wife, and neither one of them eat lobster. So me and Izzy ate the lobster, but it was definitely the steak. He said the steak was really good. His feedback was the steak was excellent. So he is a guy that would not lie to me 100%. So it was pretty funny. And we put him on the stage, which was even more funny because the bar was obviously crowded when he got in there. So everyone was looking at him. We had a sign up reserved for Mr. Mastari, Mr. and Mrs. Mastari. There was a sign up with his table. So it was pretty funny, But
Sure.
yeah, but there you go, JP. And then I did see a question come in from Danny Greif there. He said, what is the average age of the left fielders list? So that's
Ryan's
a very good question.
Let's see. Ryan's probably 29, 30. G5 is 32. How old does Little B?
I gotta say early 30s, right? Or mid 30s.
Okay,
He's been
Morris
around for a while.
Yep, Morris Greco is early 30s. Tyler Atkins is 22, 23. Brian Sherwin is 36, I want to say, or maybe he's mid 30s. Kurt's mid to late 30s. He's 40.
Kurt will be 40 this year.
Jazz is actually 36. Anthony Sanchez is probably right around that early 30s. Brady Fisher is 50.
I think he just turned 50, Brady Fisher.
50, yeah, 50, yeah. So I would say the average age is what, 32?
I would say between 32 and 34. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ricky Davis is probably pushing 40, right? Over 40.
Yeah. Ricky Davis, yep. Mark from 38 is a little younger. I think he's 26, 27.
Yeah. And what did you have Brian Sherwin at?
36, I want to say.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm the steroid. I'm on it. I'm on the juice, Jim.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I've been trying.
Who's been shooting you? Manzella?
Yeah, me and Mike.
All right. So we have this rumor mill. F-Town is making an appearance for some no-glove tournaments in Chicagoland next season. Also keep us posted on the Dome tournaments. So
You got it.
We will definitely do that. But yeah, that would be really cool because, with us losing, which is going to be obviously not our next segment here, with us losing teams, it's interesting, right? We're going to have some more Iowa teams playing no glove, which I think is
a good thing.
Which is a good thing.
I'm going to make a note of that.
What are you making a note of? How to take steroids?
The all bald team. The all bald team. I think that is hilarious.
Right there, buddy.
What do you
Right
got?
there. Pure muscle. I'm hitting bombs next year. That's what I'm going back to.
Yeah.
So
Who the heck would be on the all bald? Oh, that's a great. I'm going to think about that. I'll get back to you next show.
that'll
Left
be
fielder
on
for the all
our
bald
show.
team. The all bald squad.
Let's
All right,
get into
let's
get
get
into
a rumor
mill.
mill. Okay.
First team on the list, Donnie. What do you got? First name the team.
Impact.
Well, we've announced earlier before on our shows about certain individuals joining Impact. Now, I've heard now that Julian Gutierrez is 100% committed to Impact. Okay. That is a done deal. I've also heard about Nick from March.
Nick and Johnny.
Nick and Johnny, 100% committed. I received a text about that now that they're 100% confirmed that they're going there. I know they were on Rumor Mill in the past, but that's 100%. And then I've also heard, now I don't know if this is still true, but Jack
Nakanishi
from Circus was going to go pitch for Impact, but now with Circus coming back, which is part of our Rumor Mill tonight, Circus coming back, for those out there, Circus are going to have a tournament team next year and only play in tournaments, from my understanding. Is Jack, I'm assuming, going to stay with Circus then, right?
That would be, yeah, apparently committed to Impact, and then Circus had the meeting, decided to stick around and just do tournaments for next year. So now it'll be interesting to see. That does affect another team's commitment too. That we'll get to as soon as we mention this team. But go ahead and give me another team.
Next team on the list, Hex.
Hex picked up Sean Burke and Brian Nowakowski, better known as Bino. They also got Steph McLaren in the offseason. So they added a couple hitters and then a guy that can kind of play infield, outfield.
They've also added a musclehead outfielder who's never played before at the major level. He has played out with Mark Holstein down south. So he will be a new guy to the 16-inch world from what I'm being told. And he is somebody who will be out there, and supposedly, from what I'm hearing, he hits the ball pretty damn good. So that will also be another addition to the Hex squad.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Let me throw me another team.
Well, we talked about Circus, so why don't we talk a little bit about Circus?
Okay. We mentioned that they were going to do tournaments only. Had some of their guys commit to other teams, but now look like they may stay true to the Circus thing and go back to those teams.
All right, but here's the thing. With Brian Sherwin, Alonji, and those guys going to Whale being our next team that we'll discuss, are they going to go back to Circus? Or is Circus going to be looking for outfielders? Because I know that the right fielder, the hot
Tony
Val, Joey Casa, the man who sells hot dogs, he's coming back, correct?
Yep.
I believe they'll have Chippy.
Yep.
And then who's going to be their third and possibly fourth outfielders? So it'll be interesting.
So Brian Sherwin did commit to Whale and stuck to it. So he's going to stay with Whale for next year. Alonji is back to Circus, along with Eddie Valunas, I believe, are back to Circus. So kind of going back on the Whale commitment and going back to Circus and sticking with their team that they won No Glows with. So that's a new development there on the Circus side of things.
Okay. So Alonji and who?
Eddie Valunas, first baseman.
Valunas. Okay. They're going back to Circus, and they're just going to play tournaments.
Yep.
Okay. So then Alonji will play on the north side and probably play a bunch of park leagues to get his swing.
Yep.
Okay. So then they'll have Alonji, they'll have Timmy, obviously. I'm assuming with them only playing tournaments, I got to think Duff will probably be around a little bit, right?
Yeah. And then maybe Dags.
I'm assuming Dags would stay.
Joey Caputo.
I gotta think. No, I think Joey's done, from what I was told.
Okay.
But then again, what you hear, what is true, I don't know. It's two different things.
Or Scotty Herdecki will probably stay with them.
Scott Herdecki, And Scotty plays a ton of park leagues as it is, so he'll be getting all the time.
Fine with that.
Who else is there?
Jack Doss.
Jack Doss. Is he?
Oh, got rumor mill potentially.
All right.
You want me to say it now?
Go ahead. I brought it up.
It pertains to Jack Doss. It looks like John Ryan, JR, Andrew Doss, and Jack want to bring back YTD for next year.
Okay.
And they want us to know they're trying to figure out if they're going to play major or if they're going to play A. So they have a conversation with Gio and Anthony Tyler to figure out what division they'll be playing in for next year.
Okay. Oh, Chavez. Scotty just mentioned Chavez too. So Chavez also with Circus. So that's a good point.
He was there with Circus too. Yep.
Yep. So that's a good point. Yeah, that's interesting about YTD. I think if that does happen, which I don't see it happening, but if it does, that would be awesome to bring back a young team again back into the game. So
yep.
I hope it does happen. I really do.
Yep.
We mentioned Whale, so let's get on
Yep.
to Whale. Now with Alonji, I guess, decommitted,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Yep.
But Sherwin did stay.
Yep.
Is what you're hearing.
Correct.
I believe Eddie, their first baseman, I believe Eddie or their
The
lefty went to Flash.
You're talking about Brian Barzowski?
Brian Brzezowski, yes, he went to Flash.
Correct.
He was out Whale, correct?
He's an outfielder though.
Outfielder, so he went to Whale. Who else did they lose on Whale, or who did they gain as well? I believe Rieger stayed, correct?
Yep. They picked up Jack Harrigan. They picked up Lenny from Moneyline and Frank Jekyll.
So Lenny from Moneyline. Lenny can hit.
Beast.
And Frank Jekyll. Where's Frank going to play on that team?
I don't know. Probably rotate around. He'll pitch a little bit. Maybe if Rieger's not there, play the outfield or infield. He's kind of a guy that can play a couple different spots.
Right. Okay. Interesting. So the Alonji Sherwin thing. So Sherwin stayed, and so that's their only pickup as of late is Sherwin then, because the other two have already they were committed a while ago.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the next team, Donnie?
I have Moneyline on here.
All right. So Moneyline. I know Matty Dozen's been lighting up the chat about his boy Ricky Davis, because we didn't have him in the top 10. Sorry, Matty. He wasn't in the top 10. But he did make the top 14. So
Correct.
But Moneyline, what have you heard from Moneyline?
Wiz Brothers, Nikki and Michael. I was at Nikki's wedding over the weekend. It was a splendid time.
Yeah.
You have Jake Majerus. You have Jose Godinez. You've got Tommy Lentine Sr., Chris Miller.
Yeah, if I could stop you there. I know they got Drew Chaveria.
Yeah. He's
going back. But the Chris Miller, Tommy Lentine Sr. thing, I mean, unless Robbie, I guess Tommy would be the backup pitcher for Robbie.
Sure.
I mean, they're only playing one league. So
yep.
I know Tommy Sr. plays a lot of 12-inch. So I know he plays in the 50 and over 12-inch. I don't know Chris Miller, I guess they can put him at catcher at the major level, would be my guess, right? He's a guy who shows up all the time. They're going to have Drew in the outfield since they lost Lenny and Frank, right? Who did lose in the outfield? Did Ian stay there?
Yeah.
So they got Ian,
Drew, and Ricky.
Brian Davis.
Last year they had Chris Downs playing right field.
Okay, so possibly Chris Downs, Drew Chaveria. Brian Davis, those three, and then who am I missing? Who's the fourth? Oh, Ian.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about Ricky Davis?
Yeah, they're Ricky Davis. They're outfield on money line, right? So you got Ricky Davis, you got Ian, you have Drew Chaveria, and then you have
Chris Downs.
And so that's their outfield. I feel like we're missing somebody.
Jake Majerus.
Jake Majerus. There you go. And then in the infield, I'm just trying to figure out because that's 7 guys they picked up.
Yeah, they have a lot. They picked up a lot of new bodies. They didn't
Well,
lose
more
either
than that.
Drabel. They didn't lose either Drabel, either Gannett, either Davis. So there's 6 guys right there. And then they
Robbie.
had the 2 Whiz Bros. Say that again.
I said Robbie Garzano. They kept him.
Robbie.
The
That
Wiz
team has
brothers.
like 18 guys.
That's what I was getting at. That's my whole point. So,
It's not a bad thing.
Oh, there you go. Chris is still with us. Drew, Ricky, Ian, Chris, and Jake. So there you go. So yeah, so they got like 16 guys on Moneyline. So I know Maddie's wheeling and dealing. He's been wheeling and dealing to improve his squad. So I don't know who else he has up his sleeve, but if he does have somebody up his sleeve, I'm sure I'll hear about in the next couple weeks. All right, move on. What's the next team, Donnie?
We have 45s on here. If I can mention, if you want to just confirm these names,
Sure.
Jack Landwehr back to the 45s.
C. He's back with us.
Dom Jacoby.
C.
Little B.
Little B, from what I've been told, yes, he is with us. I have not spoke to Little B, nor have I seen him reply in the chat. So
Sure. Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I can't say yes or no on Little B, but from what I've been told, yes.
Tony Valdez.
Tony Valdez, yes. Tony wanted to come play with. He wanted to come play with his Uncle Jim, and he heard that the nights out at the sidebar with Uncle Jim are incredible. So that's why he joined the 45s.
Sure.
He wants to gamble with us on the machines.
And that means Chucky back to the 38s then?
Unfortunately, yes. Chucky has left the 45s, and he is going back to the 38s, our boys, the dirty 38s, that is. He will be teaming up with our boy Julian Russell.
Yep.
So Chucky's, I believe, and from what I've been told, his work schedule will be a little difficult next year. And he's not going to be able to commit to 2 leagues. So I believe he will play with the 38s, and I think it's a little easier for him to, make 1 league compared to doing the 2.
Still be kind of a guy that can show up and start with how good he is.
Yes, that is correct.
How about Flash? Any updates on Flash? I have one.
Well, the gentleman from Whale that we just mentioned.
BT.
Yep, BT going to Flash. Tommy Lentine Jr. Committed to Flash. Obviously, the Cope brothers, we knew that from before going to Flash. Obviously, Kearns, I heard, coming back and staying with Flash.
Kearns retired for all of 40 minutes.
Yeah, Kearns, well, that's like his second retirement. So now he's going to come back again for the second time, because I know they brought him out of retirement a couple years ago. And now he is back with the Flash squad. So that means they have Kearns.
Yep. They kept Justin and Danny full time. So Justin and Danny will be there, thinking that they were done or not going to be around. It looks like their commitment level will be around for next year as well.
Well, is that around for that? I'm assuming that's just around for Justin, just the tournament.
Right.
I mean, because he barely played this year.
Justin?
Yeah.
Right.
So Danny was up to well, I think the other thing that's going to help them is they're going to play 1 league.
Yeah, but just doing Forest Park, right?
They're only doing Forest Park on Mondays and Wednesdays, which allows, really Dispenza, I believe, is the only one who plays in Kennedy now.
Yeah, some other guys that play South. PJ.
But I think the Russ brothers and a couple of the other guys, they play in some league in North as well. So it kind of works out for them to run the 1 league on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Yeah.
What about Signature?
Nothing.
let's confirm signature. Our boy Keenan. Obviously, we all know how you guys try to break up Circus and steal Keenan from Circus. So
Correct.
outside of you breaking up Circus, and now Circus stuck it in your ass and came back and said we're going to run tournaments only. I heard Wes Shannon possibly to
tried. I don't think Wes Shannon's going to leave. I think he's going to stay with BTA.
Okay.
Any idea how many teams are going from 2 leagues to 1 league? It sounds like could be quite a bit of teams just doing 1 league next year.
Well,
I know we will do 2 leagues. We'll do Melrose and Forest Park. Curious to see what other teams do.
Well, Whale only plays 1 league. I mean, if you go through it, right? What about before we get into that question, let's just continue on rumor mill. We've got a couple more teams left. What have we heard? I've heard BTA is coming back now. They're going to have a team. High Y is staying together. They're going to have a team. And the Pharaohs
staying together.
They're going to have a team. So those 3 teams will be back. So that's good for softball. Correct?
Yep.
You have 45 Signature, Flash, Hex, and Circus now all coming back for next year. Circus being the 1 seed at Forest Park. Then you go to Iron. I have not heard anything from Iron. I heard they've asked a couple guys.
Correct. They tried to ask a couple guys and didn't get anybody.
Yeah. So I haven't heard many names in the rumbling with Iron. Who else do we have? Fat Kids. Fat Kids have had an incredible offseason.
Great. Probably the best offseason.
Yeah. So they had Anthony Stacy, Morris Greco, which is the new one, which we haven't announced. That just came out a couple weeks ago since our last show. Morris Greco, the left fielder who was in our top 10 major left fielders. He is now going to Fat Kids, which I think will be a huge addition to that team.
Huge pickup for them.
Yes. And so Anthony Stacy, Morris Greco, Pops obviously will help their infield play defensively, right? Who else did Fat Kids pick up besides those 3?
It was funny. They were rumored to get Chippy and Chavez at one point.
Yeah, well, that ship has sailed.
Yeah, so them just picking up those dudes, pretty damn good, honestly.
Right. And what about Jake McTeague? Did Jake go there?
Oh, yeah, he did. They did get Jake McTeague as well. Jake
McTeague went there. So I think the Fat Kids by far has had one of the better off seasons.
Totally agree.
With the additions of them being, I would say, no disrespect to them, but they were a mid-major last year. They stepped into the major ball. 2 years ago they played. 2 years ago they played A ball. Last year they stepped into the major, so they were considered a mid-major. This year I'm going to say they're going to be probably a top 8 team in softball.
100%. Top 6. Yeah. They're going to be really, really good.
Yeah, and Fat Jason back to the Fat Kids question mark.
That's true.
So, well, he's back now, right, from Cooperstown?
Yes, he's no longer umpiring out there. He's going to be playing.
Maybe we can make Fat Jason an umpire in 16 in softball.
There you go.
We'll send him to Richie Banastoni School, and maybe he could become a 16 in softball umpire.
Eddie Barzowski said, I guess I got to catch more of your guys' fly balls. There you go. Eddie is the left fielder for Whale last year. So another really good defensive player.
That's who our boy Hooch was saying, right? No, he mentioned Goodwood.
Yeah.
He mentioned Goodwood.
Yeah. So Eddie's really good too. He's right there. He's just as good defensively as a lot of the guys are.
Would you put him on a major list and be nice to him? Would you put him on a major list right now? If you had to make a major list, you are classified as a major player. Would Eddie Burkowski be on that list?
I think it's funny that you are so close on a lot of these names. You're so close, but you're so far.
What would you say?
Yeah, I think so.
You said, why are you lying?
No, I think he is.
I think he's a very good player, but I don't think he's on that top 14 list.
I mean, you started on Whale. Whale's damn good.
Yeah, that's true.
Whale's damn good. Sunday finish at Oakland.
Be nice. I love Eddie. So Eddie, I think
I would say yeah.
You would say so. Sorry, Eddie. I tried to keep you off the list because I know you wanted to be Papa Hops eligible. You are now a major player, my friend. Sorry, Donnie screwed you. So Eddie, you are now added to the 16-inch left fielder major list. Donnie
All right.
Rollins screwed you for Papa
You're welcome.
Hops.
You're welcome.
So Eddie has been added to the list. All right. So now we have 15 players
Let's
at the left field position.
let's go ahead and wrap rumor mill with anybody else that you think we missed.
No, man, we raffled off a ton. There's a ton of still movement left. I feel. I mean, Iron still has to grab a guy or two. I feel in order to take that next step. They're definitely a top 8 team. I'm just shocked at, and I know Danny Atkins has always been a guy who stays within the group. He never really jumps out of his friend group or people that are close knit to him, which, hey, all due respect, I give him a lot of credit for that, right? So, but they need to add probably another, I would say, legit hitter to that lineup. If they do, I think they could be a team to reckon with. I know those young kids are only getting better and better every year. I know CJ and the Smackout boys are still staying there. I'm assuming CJ can probably grab another Smackout guy or two to come to Iron. It would be my guess. I just don't know who's left that would commit to Iron.
Yeah, I don't know who is left in the major caliber hitter guy.
Right.
Yeah.
So other than that, Bankroll got Eric Coppersmith. So
that's
Eric
cool.
Coppersmith for Meatball going to Bankroll.
That's cool. I like that. I like
Eric Coppersmith. Eric's a very good hitter. He pitches
he's another candidate for the all bald team, by the way.
Oh yes,
he's bald.
So Donnie, we need an update from Nate. Haven't heard the conclusion of the story from the golf outing. So Donnie, share with us the story.
It's a Nate Kremko from Iron at a golf outing.
Did he kick your ass?
We brought Nate up for the golf outing in Wisconsin, and I think he was able to wrangle one of the cart girls' phone numbers that night. So that is where we needed the conclusion of the story from him for.
Is Nate a young single man?
Yes.
Okay. So he was able to get one of the cart girls. What is so funny? Tell me the story.
It's just random. No, there really isn't anything. Like, I just totally forgot about he did that, so that's why it's funny. There really isn't anything funny about it. It just was great that he was able to do that because all three of us other guys are in relationships, and it was great to see a young stud on the prowl.
So you were living through him.
Correct. Vicariously, yes.
Okay, understandable. So, cousin Donnie, since we're on wedding talk, have you picked the venue for your wedding?
We have. It's going to be small. It'll be in Sycamore.
Sycamore.
Wow.
When is your date? Is it Forest Park weekend?
It's the last weekend of July next year.
It probably is. It's probably Saturday night.
No, we've definitely ventured away from the softball schedule, which is nice of my fiance. But yes, everything is working well.
Good for you. I know that you were on the prowl looking for a.
Yeah, we found a nice one.
Good. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Good for you. And tell your wife congratulations on that, because I know that's a big relief.
I know.
Off of the wedding plans once you find your hall.
Yes. Hopefully your wife is still available to be the wedding planner if we need her.
Of course she is. She loves the plan and spend money. So.
Spend money. Well, that's it, man.
She's very good at both.
So another great episode of the Uncle Jimmy Cousin Donnie show.
Well, I do want to leave with this. our next show, we're going to have a guest. We're going to get back to the guest list. We're going to bring back Rapid Fire. We're bringing back a lot of some older segments to do. And I believe our next guest is going to be Chris Rieger.
Yes, sir. Looks like it's going to be Chris Rieger. Yep.
So, Mr. Rieger.
Rapid Fire with Chris Rieger is going to be electric.
It really should be. It should be absolutely electric.
Great.
And I do want to end on this. I did have, and I know you weren't able to make it, but I was on ESPN Radio. Several people have reached out and said they heard me, whatever. So thank you for that. But I did talk with Shay from ESPN. Shay was planning on coming on our show, and unfortunately, ESPN told him he couldn't do it because of his contract.
That sucks.
And promote our podcast, unfortunately. But Shay was nice enough. He reached out. He apologized. He did X, Y, and Z. But my thing was, as I told Shay, is he has to get us in the celebrity game at Wrigley Field.
Oh, there you go. That's awesome.
Next year.
Count us in. Count us in.
So I want to try to get us in and see if he can work his magic as well. And if that does happen, we're gonna make JP's dream come true. And his dream was for us to be in the celebrity game at Wrigley Field for the All-Star game. That would be pretty cool. I'm going to try it. We're going to try to do it.
That would be sweet.
We're going to try it. So over under on 8 Miller Lite strength during the interview.
Over.
Over? You think he'll all pass Mickey?
Yes.
Will he take a bathroom break?
No.
Okay. I will definitely go that night, Miller Lite for Miller Lite with Mr. Rieger during the show.
Wow.
So, all right, my man. Well, I see JP. He goes laughing out loud. Dream is aggressive. He goes, ha ha ha. It's his dream, Donnie. It's his dream. Don't let JP fool you. Okay. And JP staying with Flash, by the way, not going to March. March is a done deal. So obviously he's not going to be going back to March.
Correct.
So he will be staying with Flash and running the book for the Russ and Jibs connection. So, so guys, I appreciate you guys joining in. I appreciate all the support. Tons of stuff to come. I know we're still, Donnie, we still have the tournament we want to talk about. We'll have more about that for June 26th, 27th. But right now we're going to focus in on the Dome. The fields for June 26th, 27th have been picked. As we shared, sponsors are pretty much locked up. I need one more, waiting on a confirmation on that. So that tournament's looking great. I know we're going to have the Iowa teams come in. We're going to have a lot of major teams in that tournament. Hopefully we get a lot of Kennedy Park teams. So thank you guys for obviously supporting us and continuing to support. Donnie, anything you want to say before we let them go?
No, sir. Get ready for our next show, which we will announce when that'll happen. And we'll have the great Chris Rieger. Well, thank you guys for watching tonight. And hopefully we were wonderful again.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for watching the Uncle Jimmy, Cousin Donnie show, sponsored by the Beacon Tab, Signature Transportation Group, and Mom and Dad Water. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Thank you so much.